Good morning everyone. It is the 13th of May and lockdown is officially over for fishing. Not over, but over for fishing. So I am on my way to the lake. I am so excited. I am so excited because it's been a long time. I apologise for not doing any updates or anything on the channel, but I didn't really know what to say or do, to be honest, because I weren't sure when I was going to get out fishing. I didn't want to flaunt the lockdown rules or try and go somewhere else, so I decided to hold on tight with this nasty virus and wait till we was allowed. So we're nearly there and I will keep you all updated. Cheers for watching, guys. Right, walking up the beaten track. Everything's in the swim. Just walking up there now. So I managed to get up the far end of the lake. Looks good. There's bubbles everywhere. Nothing showing other than a bit of feeding bubbles, but hopefully I made the right choice. There's 34 swims on this lake, so it's never always easy. Just got to do the best you can. If I see anything, I'll move, but we'll see how we go. Hello everyone, it is now about 2 PM. I've been down the lake since about 7 this morning. So after a little bit of a drama trying to sort out a cradle, Fatfish Tackle actually came to the rescue and sorted me out one at a very last minute. So thank you guys. I'm all set up, all 3 rods are now out. About an hour ago I had a tench, decent size, probably about £8–9, but not what we're here for. So a little bit about what I've done so far. I have put 3 rigs out, all wafter rigs, slip D presentation, and now we're out on an area of probably about 20 metres with a spread of boilies, monster reds, chops, a little bit of pellet in there as well, and used some of the salmon oil, Atlantic Heat salmon oil from Baitworks as well in the mix. Now this swim I'm in, I've actually been in before and I've already sort of spotted out a few of the spots that are in here. Now certain times of the year over here, this swim is so full of weed that you can hook a fish on the far side. Now whether you're going to get it past the mountains of weed that are through the middle, that's a different matter. But at the moment, now just kicking sort of on the tail end of spring, it's not too bad. It's still pretty clear and getting them in shouldn't really be too much of an issue. There's a lot of sort of plateaus and hard bars, but then silt gullies and areas all through the swim. So I've set all the rods on hard sort of gravel areas that I know do produce fish, and it's just whether they're gonna decide to play ball tomorrow as well. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take you over. I'm going to show you the slip D rig that I use with the wafter presentation, and hopefully it might help you in your own fishing, because I'm hoping it's going to help me in my fishing as well. Anyway guys, I'll catch up with you soon. I'll keep you updated. Right guys, as discussed earlier, I'm just going to show you through the rig that I'm using. Now this is a Slip D rig presentation. So with this we've got some 20 pound IQ fluorocarbon as the boom section on it. This is tied off with a whipping knot and onto some coated hook braid. Then here we have some putty just to sort of cover the knot over, and also aid for a little bit of weight here below where the hook sits. Now this goes on to a tungsten aligner, to a size 4 wide gate hook, and there's my little Northern Special wafter just attached onto there. So when you set up the Slip D rig, let this focus, where are you? So as you can see here, you have a little loop that's going over the hook, which is what's holding the wafter on in place with the swivel. So what should generally happen is, as the fish picks up your wafter on your rig, it basically, when it spits it out, just goes back, and then when pulling, this will all tighten down. Now the added bonus to these is that you can change the hook very quickly and very easily just by threading off this loop over the top, taking off your little mini ring swivel, or some of you might use little O-ring. Some people might tend to use like a bore screw, something like that. So you can literally just pull that over the top and slip a new hook on. Really simple. But I really like this rig, so I've sort of been using it over the winter. So yeah, here's a look at the bait. Very red. These are the Baitworks Monster Red boilies. At the moment we've had 3 tench, so the tench are definitely liking them. Probably the Robin Red. Tench do tend to like a bit of Robin Red. Oh, drop that one. I'll grab that later. So I've been fishing this both in holes, chops, and also been adding it in crumb. Very red bait. Now the water in here is actually really blue, so when these go under the water they actually look purple. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch up with you in a little while. Night's starting to come in now. About an hour ago I had another tench, so there's 2 tench now, both around that £9 mark. Lovely if you're a specimen angler, and I do like tench, but it's not what I'm after. So rods are back out, everything's back on the money. Haven't really changed anything. I'm going to give it through the night and see how we get on. Hopefully the next time I speak to you I'm going to be showing you a nice big old carp. Touch wood, fingers crossed. Right, hello everyone, it's day 2 now, and I've changed swims. I decided I had to have a move. The night went through very uneventful, nothing at all, no liners, nothing to even go by. So about 4 in the morning this morning I heard some crashing off to my right hand side and got up to investigate, and literally it was like SeaWorld out there. There was literally fish just topping out everywhere, right over the far end of the lake there in the distance. So I cast 2 of the rods over to 21 wraps and 20.5 wraps and had a tench. So I've had 3 tench now, and all big old tench really, around the 9 pound mark. And then about an hour after I had that tench I lost the carp. It was not really too much I could do, so it hook pulled. I got it in all the way from over there, got it down into the margin here, and it decided to kite off around there down past that tree. Now with all them overhanging branches and that, it was a bit risky, and yeah, I couldn't quite turn it and ended up losing it. It happens. It's never nice, we know that feeling, but it happens. Good thing is now we know we're on the fish, and hopefully there's more to come. We've got till tomorrow morning, so going by this morning at 4 AM, if it's anything like that, I think that'll be the time we're likely to see a fish on the bank. So anyway, cheers for watching guys, thank you, and if you do like the channel, if you subscribe, I will keep you updated as we go. Thanks a lot. Hello guys, as you can tell by my very red nose, it's absolutely freezing now. The wind's blowing straight in at the swim I'm now fishing after the move, and I'm hoping that the fish are thinking exactly the same as what I'm thinking. They need to get over the back out the wind. So that's where they were this morning, keeping out of it. Hopefully they're staying there. So not much to report, we'll stop it at that. I need to go and put a hot water bottle on my Rudolph the reindeer nose, but I'll keep you updated and hopefully things turn good. So the last 10 minutes I've just lost 2 fish, 2 carp. One take, struck into it, on for about 5 seconds, and then it just bing, gone. So I brought that in, checking out the line. It's a clean cut, literally like someone had done it with scissors. It was so clean, so I don't think that was to do with line being weak in a point. I think something out there's sharp. I think something's cut me off, because within about 3-4 minutes of me just getting that one in, reeling in and seeing what it was, the other one's right rod's ripped off, tucked into that one, had that one on for probably 4 or 5 minutes, and it's literally big. You can tell it's a big fish, big poles, not like little flutters, big long steady draws. And then again it's just pinged off, brought it in, exactly the same thing, line snapped clean, checked down the line. I'm stumped. Like, it's got to be something. There's got to be something out there that's sharp, maybe some mussels out there, or some sort of, I don't know, some sort of slate or something. There's something out there anyway. So I'm trying again. I put everything back together, a new tube in, new clips, the lot. Exactly the same spots on the dot. So yeah. So I think that's three carp takes now, 3 tench. So yeah, It's not turning out to be an amazing session. I've got sunburnt eyes and my nose, we've already tapped on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So, oh well, I've got the night left. Let's hope we can actually land one. See what happens. Gutted. As the session came to an end, there was no fish to show, so I decided to reel in, pack up and go home. The following week I headed back down to the Syndicate and decided to have another go at the fish and put one in the landing net. This time it actually went better. On arrival at the lake, I actually set up in the easterly side of the lake, but with no signs of any fish. After about 4 hours I decided to move up after having a good look around. I found fish up in the west side of the lake and decided this is where I would spend the night. And then luckily the next morning I awoke to a lovely little common. Well, what a way to be woken up. He's not the biggest of creatures. He's definitely old and got a story to tell. But it's probably 17 pound, 18 pounds, something like that. So we're going to get him back, but we're off the mark. We've got a fish and hopefully onwards and upwards from this one. See you later, little mate. After putting the common back in the water, I heard fish crashing out over on the left hand side of where I was fishing, so I decided to move swims, and with this I was paid off with a nice £25 common, which took away all the heartache from the previous week.